Hi, everybody. Bryan Norcross here with a tropical update for you here this Tuesday, July 21st. We have a new tropical depression to talk about way out in the Atlantic, not a threat to South Florida. And we also have a tropical disturbance near us. Here is the overview, and you can see the disturbance up here. It's this big cluster of clouds, extends down into the Caribbean. It's actually past South Florida, but still dragging moisture over the state. And we also see the new tropical depression number 7. And yes, that's a lot of tropical depressions for this time in July. In fact, it's a record number, and we'll see if that actually develops into a tropical storm. It is indeed forecast to cross over into tropical storm territory. I want you to also notice the strong flow across the Atlantic. That's high pressure up here to the north, and that high is generating a strong circulation like this. Good thing about that is that that creates a flow that's going to move the tropical depression down to our south, keeping it anywhere away from Florida. It is not a threat to us. Also, this is giving us a pretty good ocean breeze, and also it's going to pick up more dust and bring it our way eventually. All right, let's look at the disturbance near us now. And here, well to the west of the Keys, you can kind of make out a circulation. That's where the actual kind of a little bit of a circulation is with this disturbance. The main thing is it's dragging in moisture around that circulation. And as it does that, some of these corridors of moisture come over top of us. And boy, did they come over the Keys earlier today, and occasionally we get one over Dade or Broward County. We had some up over Palm Beach County. So that's going to continue this moisture flow over us, although the center of the disturbance is moving away. Now, where is it going? We can track it as we track the moisture in the computer forecast models. So there you see the core of the moisture now, and watch as we go Wednesday, look up here Wednesday and into Thursday. And you see the core is moving to the middle and northwestern Gulf of Mexico. National Hurricane Center giving it a 40% chance of developing into at least a tropical depression. But notice there's still the oranges over us. That's more moisture. So for the next couple of days, it's still kind of dragging tropical moisture up over us. So that's going to mean the possibility of cloudiness and now and then some pretty good downpours. We'll watch and see if anything significant develops over there. Okay, now let's take a look out in the Atlantic. There is the tropical depression as of 5 o'clock this Tuesday afternoon. It's kind of a healthy looking thing on satellite, has a pretty good rotation with it, but not especially strong winds. Estimated top winds at about 35 miles per hour, moving west-northwest at only about 8 miles an hour, and it's about 1,400 miles from the island, so a long way to go. And you also notice a lot of dry air here out in front of it. The question is how the dry air around it is going to affect it. But the Hurricane Center is calling for it to strengthen into a pretty healthy tropical storm in this area before the islands and then start weakening as it gets to the islands. Now, some of the models really just completely wipe it out before it gets to the islands. Some other ones actually keep it as a decently healthy tropical storm. We'll see. There's still quite a bit of time. It's over the weekend before it gets that far west, and we'll see if it actually can maintain itself. The way things have been going this season, the upper level winds over the Caribbean and the islands there have not been conducive for systems to continue to maintain themselves so far because there's so much dry air involved that usually that gets kind of pushed into the system and it dies out. When we track the system as looking at the moisture, you see it has some decent moisture here. We also see, look up here, all the kind of browns and in here, that's all dry air. So there's dry air all around it. Watch as it goes and look at that flow to the north, pushing dry air, and some of that is trying to curl in there. So we'll see how it affects it. This dry air up to the north includes Saharan dust. That's going to move in our direction, and it's going to arrive here sometime late in the weekend, looks like right now. Watch as we track it. Next 5 days, here comes the plume in that flow across the Atlantic. So getting here in the Saturday, Sunday time frame, and when we have this much dry air, that just keeps the tropics under control. Anything that can develop has to be well to the south, way down here, and certainly not any threat to Florida. So even though we've got a couple of systems going around us, no significant threats in the tropics of a really well-developed system all the way through this week. Looks like into the weekend at least. All right, that's your tropical update this Tuesday afternoon.